All right, hello everybody. It is August 6, 2025, and wanted to do a video about kind of a popular meme. Although I haven't seen it much the last few months, but you see a lot floating around the internet that Bill Gates bought up all the farmland and he is not using it to grow food, to drive food prices higher, or to create a famine because he believes the world is overpopulated and he is trying to bring down the global population. So before I get into that, I want to just say welcome to the new subscribers, and certainly hope if you're like this video, you will hit the subscribe button. Okay, on to the topic at hand. Seen this meme a bunch. Haven't seen it a whole lot the last 3 or 4 months, but I've seen it countless times over the years. Seen it on Facebook, seen it on Twitter a lot, all kinds of different things. You see it in comment sections. So let's examine the claim. First, how much farmland does Bill Gates own? Well, apparently he owns about 269,000 acres, which is a lot of farmland for one person to own. This makes him probably the biggest single farmland owner in the United States. Now, part of that depends on exactly how you define it as ranch land versus farmland and things like that. But unquestionably, no matter what definition you use, he is one of the largest owners of, say, agricultural land in the United States. I assume the United States government would probably be the largest owner. Okay, so he owns 269,000 acres of land. Now, he does grow carrots, potatoes, various other crops, wheat, things like that. So he actually is using it to produce food. So that right there probably begins debunking the meme. But let's consider something else. How much arable land is there in the United States? Now, again, we're just talking the United States. Well, according to worldpopulationreview.com, the United States has about 389.8 million arable acres of land. Now, depending again on exactly how you define it, are you including ranch land, or you just strictly, farmland, things like that, you can find different estimates with different numbers. But using this number, this would indicate that Bill Gates owns less than 1/10 of 1% of American farmland. So if the idea is that he's going to create a global famine, or even an American famine, by controlling less than 1/10 of 1% of farmland, good luck with that. But that's just in the United States. The nation of Canada, using the same source, has 94.5 million acres of arable land. So again, moving up just to the north, we've got another 95 million acres. Mexico has another 50 million acres. So realize just now at this point, using our NAFTA partners, Canada and Mexico, we've added another 150 million arable acres to the 389 million acres that we already have. We are now obviously well in excess of 500 million, meaning Bill Gates owns less than 1/2 of 1/10 of 1% of the land. This is without looking at a country like Brazil, who has another 144 million acres, or France, who has another 44.5 million acres. So to give you an idea, France obviously being much smaller than the United States, Bill Gates does not even own enough farmland to be the equivalent of 1% of French farmland. Obviously, you have a nation like Russia, 300 million acres. They're under a lot of sanctions, so maybe you don't want to count that. China, 269 million acres. India, 381 million acres. How about just for giggles, let's take a look at the United Kingdom, about 15 million acres. Germany, about 29 million acres. Poland, over 27 million acres. Let's go Spain, another 28 million acres. Iceland has 300,000 acres, so he has slightly less farmland than there is in the country of Iceland. Iceland obviously is on the Arctic Circle, so not exactly a hotbed of agriculture. So the point of this is, does Bill Gates own an absolute ton of farmland? Yes. Is he using it to drive inflation or cause a global famine or even an American famine? The answer is it's utterly impossible. One, he is growing food on it. He is selling food from it. But far, far more importantly, he only controls less than 1/10 of 1% of American land. And there's hundreds of millions of acres outside of that. Again, he doesn't even have enough land to have the equivalent of 1% of French farmland. So I would say no, Bill Gates does not have this power, even if you... By the way, you notice we've not gotten the idea of, is he even trying to do this? My point is, it doesn't matter. One, no, I don't believe for a second he is, because that would mean he'd spent billions of dollars buying farmland to just throw away the money so he could starve people to death. That's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But assuming for the sake of argument that he is an evil genius and he is trying to genocide the world, he needs to buy about 100+ times, 150 times as much land as he currently owns to even have a prayer of pulling something like that off. And a man at his age, don't think that that's going to happen. So, okay, be back with a new video soon, and hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Bye-bye.